I'm here today with Malika and Loreen, and we're going to talk about our experiences with black hairdressers.
Yeah, when I was younger, I used to go and get my hair plaited a lot, and we'd be in the salon for ages and ages. Say we'd have the appointment booked at like, say 1:30. I wouldn't get out of the salon until like 7 because I've been waiting for other people that, you know, they'll take long doing something else, or, you know, it's just quite a long and tedious process, and you have to really like plan out your weekend.
Yeah, your whole day.
Your whole day, basically, to because you can't rely on when you're gonna come out or when they say you'll be done.
And how long do you think it should take?
Well, I suppose it really does depend on what you're getting done. Naturally, there's certain styles, treatments that are going to take longer than others. But in terms of what Mel was just describing, i.e., you know, basic cane rows, really I would suppose about an hour to an hour and a half.
Exactly.
But more so, what the problem is that when the appointment is scheduled for a certain time and they're not ready to actually tend to you, and that's, you know, the main frustration, well, one of my main frustrations, to the point where I've resorted to, you know, trying to do a lot of hair maintenance myself.
At home?
At home and with Mel, although, like she said, she used to go to a lot of different, she used to get her hair done, quite a lot of hairdressers, but they come to a point where I thought, oh, I could actually take the time and just do it better myself and not have to fork out so much money for quite a sort of standard service.
Or substandard service.
Yeah,
exactly. Some would say. Can I ask what's your hair type? Is that natural at the moment?
Yeah, I've literally just straightened it out. But usually it's quite curly Afro like.
So
she hasn't had it relaxed, so I wouldn't let her get it relaxed.
But how would you feel with her coming to a salon and just having her natural hair blow dry so it looks like the relaxed look? I know some naturalists don't like that look, but if you could come to a salon, have your hair washed and blow dried and be out within 45 minutes.
That would be great, because I usually always do it myself, and it takes like, well, because I like to do it properly, it takes me about 3 hours, but that's me doing it on myself. So if I was able to go into a salon that I trusted to do my hair, it would be great.
Okay. And you, your hair's natural, and you know, what is your experience of going in and having your hair done? 'Cause, you know, do you use like products for curly hair, or have you resorted to doing your own thing?
Yeah, well, to start off with, I was just buying from the shop, and not really taking much notice of ingredients, etc. But of late, I've now started to look into more natural ingredients, be it already in the product or making it myself. So I've recently started experimenting with making my own products, not for the intention of selling, but just to try out and see natural remedies. We've tried flaxseed gel, which works quite well.
Aloe vera.
Yeah, and a combination of aloe vera and different oils, from sweet almond oil to
coconut
olive
oil.
Oh, nice.
Coconut oil.
So what made you resort to going to the kitchen table and making your own stuff? You know,
the products that, I don't know, the products that you see in the, you know, the hair shops or whatever. I'd buy so many of them, and then my hair wasn't really taken to them well, and it
what do you mean by
like,
what do you mean by taking to it? What was missing? What was the?
It wasn't. I mean, it's hard
wasn't
to
value
explain.
for money, or
it wasn't. First of all, it wasn't value for money, but using them, I didn't really see a benefit on my hair.
Exactly.
So I was thinking, okay, well, let's just try something else. That's when we started watching a lot of YouTube videos and making the products ourselves, and the result is excellent.
So it's more moisturising, more beneficial for your scalp.
Yeah, it's
and,
more it's softer, and it makes your hair grow so much as well. So.
Okay, cool. And the same for you?
Yeah, the same for me. I'm no longer relaxing my hair, so just trying to take care of it as best as I can, really, just through different research. And it's amazing actually how much stuff is out there if you're prepared to take that little longer time to look and actually take care of it. But that's not to say that you know, we solely want to do our hair ourselves because we're not interested in the salon. 9 times out of 10 it's a combination of the fact that by the time you've found a salon, and well, unless it's on recommendation, it is quite hard to find a good salon that you can trust.
Yeah, that's the main word, really, trust. Because I remember when I was little, I asked for a trim and they cut off like that much of my hair, and I was so upset. And it's just like ever since then I just started doing it myself, or get my mum to do it, because I can't trust them really.
My daughter said to me, because I recorded her, and I said to her, like, what is your bugbear with Afro-Caribbean salons? And she said, Mum, they trap you. I said, what do you mean by they trap you? Well, you walk in and you say, I want a wash and blow dry, and I'm going out for the night, and I just want my hair's like styled and toned, and you think you're going to be out in an hour or two, giving that, you're going a weekend, you've made an appointment. And she said, you walk in, you're told to sit down, we'll soon come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
And then an hour later, you haven't had a drop of water in your head. No one's offered you a tea, a coffee or a drink. Then when you complain, they take you to the sink and they wash you. And then she said, then you're trapped, because you're sitting there for another 4 or 5 hours and nothing else has happened, and you can't exactly leave because your hair is like, it's half done. And she said, and the main thing that really gets me, Mum, is you do not get undivided attention. They tend to, like 10 people, so there's a bit of a relaxer in that one, and there's a bit of neutralizer in that one, and then someone's blowing. And there's a chain of people just sitting down, waiting for something to happen, and nothing's happening. So that's what I'm aiming to redress and change. With the salon.
That would actually be great, because I'd love to go to a salon where I can just, go in, know what I'm getting done, know how long it's going to take, and know that I can trust the hairdresser as well.
I'm not a
and just be treated without the attitude at times as well. Sometimes, there's been times, actually, this is years ago now, that I've literally walked into a salon just to find out about them, not necessarily to have an appointment there and then that day, but the fact that, they look at you as if to say, well, what do you want? Not a smile to say, oh, hi, how can I help you? It's sort of so off-putting before you've even actually found out about the services and the actual treatments or
and then that doesn't even want them. It doesn't make you want them
to
do.
do
Do you get it?
That's another thing my daughter said. She said, the ambiance is just not there, and they're so unwelcoming. You don't want to go back and get your hair done there, because the attitude is like you walk in and you're doing them a favour, And she said, I don't like it. I walk into a European salon. It's, hello, how can I help you? They don't do black hair, but they still inquire as to what the service that I want. They still ask me what I need before they tell me I can't help you, and then suggest something else.
That's true.
And I just don't understand why Afro-Caribbean salons have to be like that. But I am trying to sort of address that point. I'm not a hairstylist. I've got a beauty background, and I'm actually a tax practitioner. But I aim to employ staff where the first port of call, i.e. the reception, is welcoming and greeting. And then you can inquire more and find out more. And then the word of mouth will, it'll advertise itself, because I think it's seriously lacking. And
because it's almost sometimes, for me, it would be expected that should be the natural default.
Exactly.
Why wouldn't you be welcoming to somebody that's coming into your shop, no matter what the business is really? That should, be the natural default position. But for some reason, it's much harder for other people to actually portray that. So
there definitely is a gap in the market, and definitely something that needs to be addressed. And I'm glad I spoke to you ladies today, to find out what it is and why it is, and but you get to a point you think, is it just me? And I think, well, no, I've got
it would be really popular. You're definitely so many people, and people would talk about it. Oh, go to this salon, It would catch on.
Another thing that I found, and talking to a white friend of mine, is he said another thing is black salons do not have like a chain, and we like chains because we trust chains, because there is more than one of it, so it's got to be a good or of good quality, and that's their mindset. And he said, well, surely there must be a good black hairdresser, and why do they not take their idea and their concept and make more than one of them? And I think, well, that's true.
But it boils down to the money, really, and having.
Well, not necessarily. Because I think if you're good and you get invested in, you can take your idea and your concept and teach somebody else. And I find that I said to him, that is our problem, is when we're good at something, we tend not to share. We tend not to share. We keep that to ourselves because we want all the customers to come to us, and then we can't cope with all the custom, you know. Whereas if we took our idea and trained the next person, like in a relay, to take the baton, open another one, then you would get a branch.
And you'd get people that are able to travel, because if it's in South London, like people from North or West might not be able to easily access the salons. So if you had more of them around, then be better
in
as
key
well.
locations.
Yeah, you know, so you'd be going like you've got Rush, which is a good salon, or Burlington's, and they have chains.
And Tony and
Guy and Vida Sassoon, you know, they started off with one salon, but you branch out, you know. And he said, I don't understand why black salons don't do that. And I said, that's true. That's another thing that we have to think about. And I think that it all boils down to not wanting to share when you are popular, whereas it's to your detriment, because you then get so influx with a lot of the clientele that you can't cope with. Then you start getting a bad reputation, and the rapport is not going to be as good. Whereas if you'd trained up staff to take your name to another location, surely it's got to be of benefit.
I mean, the hairdressers that I would say that, I mean, this is going back some time now, that tend to have that customer service and everything that you would like in one package for a black hairdresser, tends to be the ones located in the West End.
Yeah.
But of course, then they come with a big price tag.
Yeah. So that's another thing I tend to address. I mean, you want the Rolls Royce service, but for the mini money. And I don't see why you... Yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about a rock bottom price, but I'm talking about going in, getting the ambience and the customer service that you deserve of West End style standard. But why can't you get that anywhere, you know, outside the West End, without having to pay a couple of £100, you know? It's manageable, you know, and it all boils down to training. And branching out amongst ourselves, you know.
That's right.
But I'm going back to the fact that you make products at home, especially for your hair and that. And one of the things that I want to introduce into the salon is a platform for up-and-coming entrepreneurs in the beauty industry, particularly like hair and skin, you know, so bath and body and that sort of stuff. And this is one of the products that's going to be stocked. It's a shea butter called Berry Butter. And it's a shea butter with a twist. It's infused with like natural citrus fragrances that's crushed, and the oils and essences put into the shea butter. So I'd like to unscrew and just let you have a whiff. First of all, do you want to smell that one?
Smells good. Good enough to eat.
So that's the normal reaction we get. That one is Brazilian Gold, and this one is called Tango. So it's like mango and clementine.
Sorry. It's really smooth.
I really like that one, actually.
Do you want to try some?
I like that one.
Try some on the back of the hand, or do you want to swap back then?
Yeah,
Gosh,
it's really.
my hands actually need this.
It's really soft. It feels like it would moisturise the hair really well.
Yeah. Because I actually use it because I've got a very, very dry scalp, and I use it in my scalp.
The texture is lovely.
Even
really
for edge
smooth.
control, it would be really good, I think, as well. It's lovely.
So see the sheen on the skin there? Yeah.
And it's not greasy.
No.
It's not too greasy at all.
So this one is perfect for women who like natural stuff with a slight fragrance and don't want to wear perfumes, you know, synthetic perfumes that you get off the counter, even, you know.
Yeah.
So this, you know, it moisturises, it's got a light fragrance to it, so it smells good.
And it's all natural, and it's really nice. I like this one.
Yeah, I would definitely buy this as well.
I want to just taste. I don't know.
We've done that. It's
Same.
nice.
What's it taste like? Your one?
It's soursop.
It is soursop, and your one is coconut.
Coconut.
Okay, great. This is a range of Caribbean premium ice cream. It's dairy-free and naturally made. And again, you know, we're trying to promote healthiness in the dry bar, and this is going to be part of the chill out lounge. So I just want you later to have a taste. You've got coconut,
Mhm.
sour sop.
Yeah.
I've got coconut and I've got some chocolate. Have a taste of this ice cream and tell me what you feel the difference is between the normal ice cream you get in the supermarket.
It's really nice. It's not as compact. I know
Oh.
that sounds really
I'll tell you what mine tastes like.
Mm.
Mousse.
mousse. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's nice and
it's
smooth,
fluffy, quite fluffy as well.
And it's not too sweet and that sickly taste. This is gorge.
It's lovely. This is, you can really taste the salon sop. It's not, it doesn't taste artificial.
Do you mind if I have a dip?
Yeah, go on. And obviously that's because it isn't, it's all natural. It's sort of like you want to be on a beach in the Caribbean.
God, I've got to fly out. That's just like, oh man, that is so good. See, this range of ice cream is made by Galindo's Ice Cream.
Good, isn't it?
Yours really
It was
nice
really
as well.
nice, isn't it? The coconut was good, chocolate is
Yeah.
good. It's like chocolate mousse in a cup.
No, it's really good.
Mm.
Like how I compare ice creams is if I would choose it over Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah. On par with Haagen-Dazs. Be available in chill out.
Okay.
You know, so in the summer if you want to come and sit down and have
Yeah, that
sit
would
down
be
and
really
just have
cool.
an ice cream,
Yeah.
you know, or after you get your hair done and you're waiting, you know,
Just
sit down.
chilling, yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, it's good.